Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. In this video, we are going to learn how to determine one-to-one function. We have two methods. The first one is algebraic approach. Second is graphical approach. Okay, now we look at function number 1. We have fx equals to 3x minus 1. Okay, the first step, we're going to state for the algebraic approach. We're going to write down fx1 equals to fx2. Okay, we are going to substitute x1 into this function. So we have 3x1 equals to 3x2 minus 1. Okay, now we are going to bring negative 1 to the right. So we have 3x1 equals to 3x2. And then cancel out the 3, so we have x1 equals to x2. If final statement is x1 equals to x2, our conclusion is fx is one-to-one function. For graphical approach, we are going to sketch the graph. So we have 3x minus 1. So our gradient is positive. So our graph will be increasing. So negative 1 will be our y-intercept. So we have x-axis, we have y-axis. Okay, x equals to 0, y equals to negative 1. So our graph should be like this, touching at negative 1. So we are going to draw a horizontal line, label as y equals to k. Since our y equals to k cut at one point, so we are going to write down, since line y equals to k cuts at one point only, so fx is one-to-one. Let's move on to second example. If we have fx equals to x squared minus 3. So algebraic approach, the first step, we are going to write down fx1 equals to fx2. And then we are going to substitute into the function. We have x1 squared minus 3 equals to x2 squared minus 3. And then we are going to cancel out 3. So we have x1 squared equals to x2 squared. The square, we are going to bring to the right. We are going to get plus minus 6 x squared. So here, square and 6 cancel out. So our x1 equals to plus minus x2. And then our statement should be x1 equals to x2. So that fx is one-to-one function. So x1 do not equals to x2. Our conclusion will be fx is not one-to-one function. Now we try for the second method, graphical method. We are going to sketch the graph. Here is quadratic, x squared is positive, so we will get smiley shape. And here we have hk. We are going to compare with x minus h squared plus k. So our minimum point will be hk. So h equals to 0 and k equals to negative 3. So our graph will be the minimum is -3. And then we are going to draw a horizontal line y equals to k. So here we have 2 points, the intersection of y equals to k and the fx. So we are going to state, since the line y equals to k cuts at 2 points, so fx is not one-to-one function. Okay, that's all for the determining one-to-one function. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.